Hey, and welcome back to Lang Speed & Cycle. Today we're going to be replacing the headlights in my Jeep because you might be wondering why I'm holding an orange and I'm holding my headlight. About 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I was on a road trip to South Dakota, and driving down the freeway, someone chucked an orange out of their car and it smashed my headlight into pieces and then hit my windshield. Luckily, the windshield didn't take any damage, but it shattered my headlight. The first set of headlights I ordered off of Amazon came in pieces, so I returned them. And now I'm going to show you the cool custom headlights I got for it. So the headlights I got are the Spyder automotive projector with bar headlights. I'm not really sure on the reviews on these. They're kind of mixed all over the place. But they were 300 bucks on Amazon, and that was cheaper than a lot of headlights, but still more expensive than a handful of other headlights. And I figured, you know, if I gotta replace them, I might as well upgrade. Now these should pretty much be a direct replacement, but I'll go through all the instructions on how to install these. So the tools I used for this job is a 1/4-inch ratchet with a 10mm socket. This is an MPP 1/4-inch ratchet. It's really nice value, local to Minnesota, and a 10mm 1/4-inch socket. I'm also going to be using a 10mm ratcheting wrench. You can also use a box end wrench or combination wrench just to get into those tight spaces. I'm also using a trim stick to get those plastic trim pieces off. This is my backup. This one's a metal trim stick. This one is my go-to. I've had this trim stick for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years, and this is good for pretty much everything in a car to pry off all sorts of different panels or interior pieces, almost anything. This is a great purchase. If you're around any tool truck guys, this is a must-have. And last but not least, a parts magnet. I get one of these almost every car show I go to. My wife must be super pumped about it, or else I get them off a tool truck. They're super cheap. Sometimes vendors even give them away. If you have an opportunity to get one of these, definitely do it. What you need to do in order to replace the headlights in a 2011 to 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee is you need to pop out these trim clips here, here, and here on this side. You can even go all the way up here. Same thing on the other side here and here. I already pulled them out. And then there are some 10mm bolts underneath the headlight that look like this. And I just used a 1/4-inch ratchet. You're going to need to leave the battery connected because you'll also need to go into the fender liner, and there are screws supposed to be here and here, and you're also going to need to remove this one as well. I think they're still in on the other side. Nope, I pulled them out. But yeah, 10mm bolt, 2 screws, and then down below there are 3 plastic screws. They look like this. You're gonna need to remove the 4 or 3 of these. Mine only had 3, but typically they should have 4. And you're gonna need to remove all those, and then the bumper should start to get pulled out. You're gonna need to turn your wheels each way to get those pieces of hardware out. So here you have those trim pieces, and I'll just show you again with this trim stick. Super easy. just get it started a little bit. It's hard to record and do this at the same time. Boom, pops right out. And then this should be free, I think, right now. It hooks right into the fender here a little bit. You can just pop it out. Should be able to. Not gonna manhandle it too much. There we go. Then you can get at that headlight bolt, and then there's gonna be one down below. We'll pop off, take that 10 mil out quick, and then we'll pop this fender liner off. I already took all of the bottom trim screws out of the bumper that mount to the core support for the radiator. Those are really easy to get at, very easy to spot too. So you just pop this out, grab it by the back, and it's super simple. This side's actually missing, or no, there it is. So this side's good. And then we'll take off these 10 mils right up here. Actually, I think the bumper should be free. I'm trying to think here. Helicopter. Oh, it's an airplane. Anyways, so you grab the bumper and you should be able to just kind of snap it out. So now just very carefully, you pop this bumper loose. There's tabs on the bottom of the fender that hook right into the bumper. And the same thing on this side, pop it loose. There are some tabs under the grill. So you just kind of work your way across and it should just kind of pop itself loose. There we go. Just be really gentle. This is the first warm day I've had to do this, and it should just really easy come off. So you have these 10 millimeter bolts on each side, not very long. So the grill just pops on the top. Super easy. Get this out of the way. There we go. I'm not going to be reusing my headlights, so I can just unscrew them, pop them out. There we go. So you have your turn signal, high beam, low beam, marker light. I believe we're reusing all of these. Let's look at the new ones. So even though these headlights are very similar, these are aftermarket. So there are some small things that you're gonna need to kind of swap over in order for these headlights to fit properly. One thing you're gonna need is this marker light in the original headlight. I'm wearing gloves now because I want to be extremely careful with these. And I also have a clean rag to wipe the dust off my fingers. But you're going to use the socket. F***ing Mustang kid. What you're going to use out of this piece is actually where the bulb inserts into the socket here. So pull this out, and then we're going to use this on the new headlight. So these new headlights come with almost everything. Here is where the marker light is going to go in. So it does not come with low beams. The new headlights don't come with low beams. What I went with are the Philip H11 CVPS2. These are their ultra bright 4000 candlelight headlights. There is the brightest halogen I could find that was a real name brand. So we're going to put those in. Kind of losing my mind here. So on the new headlight, you're going to need to install your own H11 bulbs. It comes with a high beam, and this should plug directly into your turn signal bulb. There should be no splicing needed. This is a direct install onto your turn signal bulb. So we'll get this ready. So this should just plug in just like that. You can hear a little click. You can pull this off. And this should just kind of tuck right in here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Boom. This is just about ready to install. Here's the cap. Plug this in. There we go. Make sure this goes on all the way. There we go. This should plug into your factory harness.
We should probably test them out.
Well, touche, electrical. So, one thing about these types of bulbs, this and this, they're LED, they're light emitting diodes. And LEDs only work if their terminals are plugged in one way because it's a diode. So current only flows one way through the circuit. What had happened is I have two issues. There is a loose connection or a partially broken wire somewhere, and I had the connector flipped. So if you could tell earlier in the video, it was just a single male spade connector with two wires, and I flipped it over and now we have that marker light. But man, I was at wit's edge for just 5 seconds, and then I was like, oh yeah, these are LEDs, so there has to be some sort of connection issue. And here we are, the finished product. I think they look really cool, especially for 300 bucks. Not bad. What a project. On to the next stuff. Well, they work. I'm tired. It's time to celebrate one project checked off the list. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learned something. I hope these headlights are a good value. They were a breeze to install. Thank you again for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. And remember, find them, fix them, and drive them.